Hey guys, I'm back. Nothing about. There we go. Alright. Hope you guys enjoy.
It was his lust for power that was the bait. But it seems the bait was too tasty for
Alright.
his own.
I gotta fix this fucking screen while this cutscene's going on.
Yeah, he got chopped instead.
A weak-hearted fool like him stood no chance against the hearts. But the boy is a problem. He found one of the keyholes.
Fear not, it will take him ages to find the ring. Besides, he remains blissfully unaware of our
There we go.
Yes, the princess.
Fixed it. There we go.
hands, one by one.
Into our hands. One by one. Oh, they kidnapped Alice. Those jerk faces. Guess you better get going. Where's your ship anyway? Well, not too far. Sora, Tarzan, friends. Obtain jungle key. Yeah, different chicanes, blah blah blah. Now I got a better sword. Quite trendy. The gummy block came out of the glowing hole. It's not like the others. Wonder what it used to be used for. I want a pilot. Hey, stop it! Come on, the Keyblade. I'm a Keyblade master, right? I don't care. Blah 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 blah. Time to seal the last hole. I need more guns. My not enough guns is an issue for me. Oh, I should have a second gun. I should have fired Thunderga or whatever, or Thunder. There we go. I guess I could use these in between planet to planet as story times, since this is kind of mindless action. Let's see, what's a good story that people find funny? Oh, I got one. Alright. So, when I was 10, 11, 12 kind of thing, that around that area, 10 to 12, my grandma was dying on my mother's side, and she had lung cancer. She never smoked her day in her life. But that's not the main point. That's just to explain why this happened the way it happened. So my mother was out of town, grieving, trying to help my grandmother, trying, pass away, properly. Not properly, but just pass away in peace. And so my mom, my family's originally from Buffalo, New York. Well, they're from Canada, but my mom's side of the family lived up in Buffalo because of my grandfather or great grandfather. I'm not too sure. My great grandfather, because this is my mom's grandfather. Anyways, so my grandma lived up in Buffalo, New York, which is about a 8-hour drive. 8 to 10 hours drive. Anyways, little details. My mom was up there with my grandma, like I said already. I was down here with my two brothers, my sister, and my father. Well, my in front of my house we have this giant pear tree, Sam Apple's tree or Sam Pear's tree, whatever. It's a tree that grows small little pellet trees, but it's like a really dense wood. It's really nice for climbing and stuff. That's what I used to climb up when I was little. So I climbed up there one day, and my brothers and all his friends had this little neat trick where they'd climb up to the roof, and they'd climb up to the tree, and suddenly, I'd go walk away, and my mom would call for me or something, back, previous instances and stuff, and then, I'd be called away, and I'd come back, and my brother's friends is on the roof. And I was like, oh man, I really gotta do that. So I never really, searched or, tried to figure out how they did it. I was like, that branch looks like it's the right branch. And so I climbed up the tree. And this wasn't it was a nice thick branch. It was very stable climbing on. But it was like walking the plank kind of figure of speech. There's only one other branch above it, and it was exactly the full height for me to hang on to the branch above, toe to foot kind of thing, and I had to stretch out my body to hold on to it. And the top branch only went out halfway to the point of walking off. I guess I should be playing while I'm doing this. And so I got to the halfway point, and I was starting to lose my my head kind of thing. I was sitting there wobbling back and forth, and I was sitting there having really hard issues trying to stand up straight and not fall over. And what's underneath me is our front walkway, which is concrete, and it's about double my height down at the age. So it was about 8 to 9 feet down kind of thing. Not a great height. Not a great height to fall from, especially into concrete. I really didn't know how to lessen the impact of my fall. I knew how to tuck and roll kind of thing, but nothing from a dead halt kind of thing. I've always used some momentum to do it. Anyways, so I got halfway into this branch, and I'm like, oh crap, I can't make it. So I talk to my brother. My brother's out there washing his car. He's washing, I think he had a, crap, what did he have? I think a WRX. I think he had one of his first WRX cars, or something, an Evo or a Stealth or something, I don't know. It was a nice racer car. And he sat there, and he was washing, and I was like, hey, Billy, I need help. Come help me. He turns up, looks at me, and starts laughing. He laughs his ass off. Apparently it looked really ridiculous. And I was sitting there hanging on, felt like I was hanging on to my dear life. I probably wasn't, I don't know. Hanging on to my dear life, and I sit there, and he's just giggling. He's just sitting there giggling, laughing to himself, this is just the funniest moment he's ever seen. And I'm sitting there, I Billy, come help me get a ladder or something. He sits there laughing. He sees my neighbor come home from school or whatever, and he calls a neighbor over. And they're both, the neighbor is around my brother's age, a little bit, I think a little bit older. She's sitting there laughing with my brother, and they're all having a very fun time. And so my brother's sitting there laughing for a couple bit. I started to get more and more uneasy. I think I started crying, I'm not really sure. So I sat there getting more uneasy, a little bit more, wishy-washy about the being able to stand there for how much longer kind of thing. I was losing my balance. And so my brother walks away, comes back with a stepladder kind of thing. But before he could set it up and get ready to get me, my body is like, you gotta jump now! So I sit there, jump, and from this point, my brain just goes black. Apparently it was so shocking for my body that it was just like, nope, not gonna deal with this, so it just turned off. So, from my brother's point of view, from his story, is that I jumped, made it onto the roof, and I was on the roof, the edge of the roof, and I was flippy floppy, and then I fell back over. And the way that I fell over, I fell head first, and then apparently rolled in midair. So my body, my upper body was in a big bush, one of the big bushes in between the house and the concrete wall, on the concrete floor, walkway, and my upper body landed in the bush, for my foot like axe kicked and the ankle right into the concrete, shattered my ankle, and from what and so I sat there screaming, crying in pain. I my brain re-woke up after I fell. Sorry for hitting the mic. Re-woke up, and it was just like, shit, you just broke your ankle. Let's be in a lot of pain. So I was sitting there crying, screaming. My brother, he was still laughing, kind of thing. He's calling me an idiot and stuff. And I was like, I'm in pain. Why are you not doing anything for that? And so my brother was like, all right. He picks me up, takes me up to my bed, puts me on my bed. Well, no, throws me on my bed, and says, "You'll be fine." That was not true. Not true at all. So the day goes on. My other brother comes home from his work. He worked at a library. He was only like 19 or 20, kind of thing. He came back from his work, and he was like, "So what the hell happened?" I'm in my bed, in pain, writhing in pain, sitting there, getting, crying, whatever, watching a little bit of TV, and I can't do anything. I can't move. I'm just sitting there in pain. I got an ice pack on my ankle. And my brother comes home, and the first thing he does, he did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at the time, is put my leg in a leg lock. And puts pressure on it. Well, you're not supposed to do anything with it. You're supposed to leave it alone. So that's going on. So, my father, he works night at UPS. He just woke up. He sees what's going on. He's like, what the hell happened? He's like, he broke his ankle. And so, my brother was like... Oh, crap. My brother was like, he broke his ankle. Not much we can do, but it's whatever. My father was like, yeah, that's true. And he had to go to work, so he couldn't really do anything in that moment. So, I go to sleep with a broken ankle, couldn't move around a lot, hurt like hell. A day passes. My mom calls the house. And she's like, so what's going on? And he's like, oh, Marcus broke his ankle. And she's like, what? And and they never took me to a hospital. There was no officially... It wasn't officially broken at that point. It was like, what's that math equation? A theoretical point where something's dead or alive. Anyways, so I was sitting there in the bed with my ankle wrapped up in ice and, linen or whatever you want to call it. And so my mom goes like, why the hell have you taken me to the hospital to see if it's even checked? And so they did. My dad's like, well, I haven't been a chance to. He's like, well, why don't you do that right now? And so my dad takes me to the hospital, officially broken. Like, it was shattered, and like the way that it was shattered was that if I would have shattered it like standing straight up or whatever, it would have impaired me from walking right ever again. The way that I broke it was just in a very slight way that if I would have broken it like a little bit more, it would have been disastrous. Alright guys, that's the end of this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! Hey guys, thanks for watching today's episode. Make sure to check out the previous episode by clicking the annotation. If you want to see the next one, make sure to click that annotation. If you haven't seen my other series, make sure to click the videos above. Thank you very much. See you next time. Been grab him, fucking throw him, or stab him a million fucking times. I don't know why this is a hard concept to do.